My name is Moritz Büchi. I'm a research and teaching associate at the University of Zurich and currently a visiting fellow at the LSE. So there's basically two areas of digital inequalities research that I'm doing. The first is more observing the usage and access gaps that still persist over time at a population level within the World Internet Project mainly. And then the second area focuses on digital well-being, so that's more on the outcomes side. And with digital well-being, I mean personal subjective well-being as it relates to your digital practices and skills. And this is empirical and theoretical work, so addressing issues like how your uses may affect your online privacy and how that could then have outcomes very concrete, like losing money or feeling embarrassed in social situations and because of data that's there about you. That would be an example. In my opinion, one of the biggest challenges is bringing all of these measures on uses and skills and outcomes together in terms of time or time frame and causality. So trying to measure these practices and their presumed impacts. So if we have, like the hypothesis, certain uses are beneficial, others are harmful, then measuring that, including the outcomes in a good way, and isolating these effects also from everything else that's going on in people's digital but also non-digital lives, that's a very big challenge. So maybe what stood out at least in a recent study on digital overuse was that we found basically zero differences between educational groups. So higher educated people reported the same amount on average of overuse as did those with less education. And there's some indication now that this difference is brought about by different pathways. So those with higher education tend to use the internet more overall and have more expectations regarding their digital responsiveness, for example, and that would be kind of a risk for then experiencing use as overuse. But at the same time, they also have more resources, or tend to have more resources, not least of which are digital skills. So that's how these differences come about. And so this selectively disconnecting as a response to perceptions of overuse could almost be kind of described as a luxury good where you literally need to be able to afford to do it. And I think some of the research in the DiSTO project is also showing similar things.